Welcome to our new video. Today, we will talk about very important topic, which is how to increase conversions rate for your online store. Of course, we all thinking about how to increase the conversions rate because you don't want to get a very large number of visitors, but the sales are few. Then you start to ask yourself, what is the problem with the site? Why did this happen? Why do visitors not buy from my website? That's why I collected for you in this video 4 important elements to increase conversions on your site, which is as follow. The first element is your landing page. The second is your offer. The third is the product. And finally, the fourth element is the traffic. Now, I will start with the first element, which is the landing page, and we will explain 2 examples in this simple video to clarify the concept more clearly. The first website is a bad example that we do not want our website to look like it, and the second example will be a good example that should be followed. Let's start with the first example, which is the bad one. We will explain this site, which I found by chance while browsing, and it is a site that sells, as it clear, a net for cars. We will find in this site several things that we should not do when creating our landing page. The first thing that catches our attention is the presence of more than one color on the site. When choosing colors, we must choose a maximum of 3 colors on the landing page in order to not make our site look like a spammy for customers. I always recommend choosing white, black, and a third color that is any color of your choice, but you must commit to only 3 colors when making your site. The second thing is the images of the product that look like pictures that taken from the internet and are not professional, and also the signs of trust badges. These badges were very important in the past, but now they are not good or useful and not make the site look trust. Also, we find under the price that timer, which was also important in the past, but we are talking about a site in 2022. These things have become useless now, and I think that this site contains a lot of things that you shouldn't do, including the use of a lot of GIFs, which makes the site somehow slow, and this is a very important matter that cannot be underestimated, because the majority of traffic come from mobile. And if the site is slow to load, it will lead to many visitors escaping from your site. Also, if we look at the bottom of the page, we will find that the comments and reviews are very short and cannot be considered professional in any way. We are satisfied with this amount of this example, and now go to another example, which we consider a good example, which is another site that I found by chance that sells, as described, a vegetable and fruit cutter. And we will found this site very simple and clear, does not contain many colors as it was on the other site, and we will also find that it does not depend on the timer or many trust badges. And if we look at the speed of the site, we find that its download is very fast because it contains images only. If we also look at the reviews at the bottom of the page, we will find that they are very professional and contain a lot of words, and this indicates that they are real from customers or give the impression that these reviews are real and objective. And this is what you should do when creating your site, even if you have to write it yourself. Review by review. This is very important to increase the trust in your site. Now, that's all for the first element, which is the landing page, which is the most important element of the 4 elements. Now we will talk about the second element, which is the offer that you provide to customers. The offer is very important in increasing sales. If you rely on free shipping, this is very suitable now, and it is a very important factor in increasing conversion. If we look at the offers, first thing you have to do is the free shipping. And also the offer must be clear on your site as shown in this good example. The offer is very clear and simple. It is at the top of the page. If we go back to the bad example, we will find that the offer is not as clear, and this is another problem on this site. Then we come to the third element, which is the product, which is also one of the most important elements. The product is what you sell in the end. You must take into account several elements in choosing a successful product, and these I explained in a previous video. I will put the link for it below in the description. But we can now explain a small site that enables you to spy on other sites and find out what are the winning products that are being sold now. Although I do not prefer to rely on spying sites because thousands enter these sites and know the products through them, and thus the market becomes saturated with these products because all marketers enter on the same site. But you can rely on these sites only to get a general idea of what people want and what can be sold now. And we will explain this site called E-commerce Inspector, and if we enter the site now, we will find that it contains top products, top posts, top e-commerce group, and what matters to us is top post. If we look here, we will find that it displays the best-selling products in this week, this month or year. But of course, it is preferable to specify this week to find out what are the products, the most recent sales, and therefore you can know these products and know how marketers are now promoting their products. The fourth element of increasing conversion rate is traffic. You must follow up your traffic and identify the countries with the highest purchases. When you select the advertising campaign at the beginning, you must not specify any country outside the scope of the 5 major countries, and I will put these 5 countries in the description below in the video. You should focus only on these countries, and therefore because they are the most in sales. You do not want to place a country with many visitors, but a very weak purchase power, because this will lead to a decrease in the number of conversions on your site. You must always remember this rule that focus on choosing the best-selling countries when you do the ad campaign. Now we have covered all 4 very important elements in increasing the number of conversions for your website. I hope that you enjoyed it. See you in a later video. Thank you very much.